They start the drive with Ware, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Looking to throw. Williams. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. This defense for the Pats, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Williams on 3rd down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Nifty move by Gordon. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Patriots take over. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They overloaded that time of the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now Jones. Going deep here for Watkins. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Quez Watkins. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Patriots are on the board first here in Vegas. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Raiders nothing.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Offense set to get this drive started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
That's complete yet again to Thornton. No gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The Raiders at 2-10 now on the year, and they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you...
And now off to the races, down the right side. 20. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there for New England. 67 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Going right back to Akers. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. They'll try the right side with Harris. Avoids it, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7.
14, Raiders 7.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Pats are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements. Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Through one quarter, 14-7, our score.
14, Raiders 7.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. Throwing Jones. Got Gordon open, completes it. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground.
But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And the Raiders have got it. Now then after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. In motion right comes Gordon. After the sack on 1st down, Jones, he's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it, a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple of easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. He's got a man complete. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Bo Melton, 76 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Jones. Throw to the right here to Gordon. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it second down. They give up the middle to Akers. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Jones on 1st and 10. Able to get this to Gordon. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
First down, it's Ware. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Operating from the gun, Williams. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Williams. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. He's got a man, complete. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Raiders 21, Patriots 17.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about no man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Williams to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking again for Waddle, and he's got him again. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
This will be caught at about the 6. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Here's Williams. A final shot before break. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller as time expires in the first half. And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops. And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
On second down, this is Harris. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Harris running straight ahead. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They hand this off to Harris. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Barber. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 41-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jones. And incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Running on first down with Ware. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. They're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Now Jones throwing to start the drive. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync, the line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call.
sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed a maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right side here with Ware. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Looking to throw. Williams. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown Raiders. Darren Waller with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Raiders use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 134 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That was huge after being behind the chains on 1st down to make this 2nd very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on 1st down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on 2nd down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
Flushed out right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They go play action here on 1st down. And this one complete to Smith. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
This offense on third down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. It's caught. Smith. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard.
And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. He will return this, and all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football, and the Raiders have recovered. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Touchdown! Tyquan Thornton from 19 yards away. And the Raiders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Going deep here for Watkins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. And just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Now Williams throwing on 1st down. He's got it. This is Ware. And they'll work this down inside the 30. On 2nd down, it's Ware. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Back to throw. Williams. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Well, partner, this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that personal foul not only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
The give running left is Ware. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Operating from the gun, Williams. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. Third down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to first down.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throwing out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll send Gordon in motion left. Jones. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
To throw is Jones. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up fourth.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. Able to find Isabella. And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Jones. And Gordon's got it. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. A good pickup there at 22.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Now Jones. And it's caught. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And it's the Raiders that'll come up with it. And that will put victory in sight for the silver and black. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
He's going to look deep down the field. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
It's a loss of 14. Brings up third down.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Hey, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Las Vegas, it's a rare bright spot as they move to 3-10 on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Denver Broncos next week. Meanwhile, for New England, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle.